welcome to Take Me Out, the ultimate podcast about ballparks and the baseball experience. It's June 4th, 2025. I'm Alexandra Ellis, and I'm joining my friend Timothy Malcolm.
What's up, baseball fans? Welcome to Take Me Out. I am Tim, and that is Alex, and we are here to talk about baseball at the ballparks. This is the podcast about ballparks from a man who has been to all of the active ballparks in Major League Baseball and a woman who is getting to all the ballparks
Working
in
on
Major
it.
League Baseball, working on it right now. More than 3/4 of the way there, correct?
Yeah, I think I'm at 23. And I think the next one I'm like really trying to do is not till September, unfortunately, but I really want to go to Toronto because I want to go see the Astros up there. It'll be a lot of fun.
So between us, we've been to many, many ballparks.
Yes.
And I have written a book called Baseball Road Trips. It is the official guide to all the ballparks, where to go in all the ballparks, and where to go outside of the ballparks. And Alex is working on her bucket list, her entire list. And every couple of weeks we get together and we talk about what to do in the ballparks, what's going on in the ballparks, and we give you tips and information and fun stuff to, as I knock over my microphone, get you on your way on your trip to different ballparks in North America, because it also includes Canada. How are you this week, Alex? What's going on in your world?
Well, I just had an incredible past week and a half. I went, and I was very active on my social media about this. I went to 7 Astros games. We just had a 10-game homestand. Or no, it was a 10-game homestand. I think only 9 days because they didn't play Memorial Day. But went 4 for 3 and went to 7 of the games. Went to one of the games with you, and that was a lot of fun. Had some dollar dogs. That was a great time. But that was a really cool week. Like I don't think I've spent that much time at LoanDepot Park in such a condensed period of time. I went with a bunch of different friends, sat in different parts of the ballpark every night. Had a really, really good time. And I was very thankful that my work schedule allowed it because that was great.
Learn how to keep score.
I learned how to keep score. Yeah, that was really cool. I'm going to get myself a scorecard. And I think this next Astros homestand, I'm going to try to go. And I think it'd be better for me just to keep my focus if I go alone, which I've been to a game or two before alone. Who doesn't do that? But it's kind of keep my focus. But it's a lot of fun. You help me out a lot. You're a very good teacher with that. Thanks, Tim.
No problem. Yeah, we took a lot of videos too, and we should get some stuff up. I was going to do like a special, maybe it's a Patreon thing, because we are trying to get the Patreon going, but like some sort of episode just about what it's like to be at an Astros game, the whole experience of that evening, before the game, during the game, after the game, all that stuff. So we'll try to get something up on that. But that was a lot of fun. And yeah, I will be going to the Astros game next week, which will be good. And hopefully more games coming up very soon. I'm going to Philadelphia in July to see my family. So I'll be going to Citizens Bank Park to see the Phillies. And I haven't been there since they've been really good. So it's going to be a different atmosphere when I go back. It'll be really fun. So that'll be cool. But yeah, it's we're here. We're in the second quarter of the season, almost not quite at the halfway point, but we're getting there pretty quickly. And it's been a fun season so far. My Phillies are doing well. Your Astros are doing just fine.
Everyone's getting hurt, but that's fine.
I keep telling every Astros fan, stop whining and complaining about it. You guys are really good every year.
Spoiled babies.
End up in the playoffs deep, and this year probably seems like nothing different, because in the American League, it's the Yankees, it's the Tigers, and then it's a whole bunch of whatever. And the Astros are probably the best of that entire group. And
we're the best of the whatever?
Probably, and the chances are good that either the Yankees or the Tigers will be out of the playoffs before the championship series, which means the door opens for an Astros.
We could do it. We could eke in there. I mean, if we got to get our players to stop getting hurt. And of course, a lot of that there's a lot of stuff happening with the trainers that I don't know what the deal is, but if they missed like a fracture in Yordan Alvarez's hand, I don't know how that happened.
God forbid you guys have any problems over any period of time.
I know everybody's rooting for us, so we can do it.
Yeah, exactly. So this week on Take Me Out, we are going to talk about, well, here's what we're going to do. This is very special, very, very exciting episode of Take Me Out, because for the first time ever, we are going to introduce to you the Take Me Out Wall of Fame.
Wall of Fame.
music. You hear the music? The Wall of Fame is obviously a tradition of ballparks across the country. Every year you have to induct something into the Wall of Fame. Well, every once in a while here on Take Me Out, we are going to induct something into the Wall of Fame. And this week on Take Me Out, we are going to induct the best ballpark food ever. Now, it has to be active. It has to be an active food. We can't go back in time and induct something. I mean, not that there's really much back in time that really counts, but it is going to be an active food. And this week we're going to concentrate on the National League alone because going through 30 teams is a lot of time. So we're going to go through the National League and we are going to rank 15 different ballpark foods from the 15 National League teams. And at the end of the ranking, we will have a number one, which will be the first ever inductee to the Take Me Out Wall of Fame.
Creating history. I love it.
It's very exciting stuff. I can't wait. Don't fast forward this episode.
Please don't.
Please don't. But first, before we get into all that, let us go through what has been happening in the ballparks across North America and get into the news, get into the headlines. Let's talk about the news.
Let's get into the news, starting with the Royals. Royals affiliate purchases a massive lot in Overland Park, Kansas.
Big news out of Kansas City with the Royals. So last time we talked about the Royals, the Missouri, I want to say, what was it? The House decided to not go forward with a plan to potentially give the Royals and the Chiefs bonding to pursue a ballpark deal. There was some other things happening in the Congress with, I believe, an abortion rights deal that kind of stopped everything cold. And so it seemed like it was dead in the water. But the Missouri Congress decided to come up with a special session that is allowing them to discuss new bonding for the Royals and Chiefs to have a ballpark in the Kansas City area, ballpark and stadium in Kansas City area, keeping both teams in the area because the Royals, they're out of Kauffman after the 2030 season. Ownership has said we're done after 2030. So that's one. But what has come after that is there's been a lot of talk about, will the Royals have a plan going forward? Are they going to be able to go beyond Kauffman? Is there going to be a ballpark for them? And what has happened is that an affiliate for the Kansas City Royals, an affiliate, so not the Royals themselves, a business partner, let's say, an LLC of some sorts or what have you, has purchased the mortgage of the Aspiria campus in Overland Park, Kansas. So Aspiria, I believe, is the former Sprint, so telecommunications company, I believe, in Overland Park, Kansas, which is about 20 miles south of downtown Kansas City. It is a 141-acre plot. This affiliate has taken over the mortgage for this property, not the property itself, but the mortgage for the property. And so what has happened here is that the Royals affiliate, for the price of $164 million, will get Aspiria's debt payments on a $230 million loan. Now, the Royals affiliate can make up to $66 million if the loan is paid off by Aspiria by August 9th. If Aspiria can't pay off the loan by then the Royals affiliate just takes over the land and then the debt payments. So either way, the Royals affiliate is standing to make money out of this. And at the end of the day, they will be taking over this 141-acre plot of land, which could potentially become a ballpark site. It is not the ballpark site. It is not the place that the Royals are not saying anything about, we're building a ballpark here. The Royals did say on social media that this affiliate has purchased this mortgage, and so there are steps being taken to try to secure a future. But that is all they're saying right now. But it seems like the wheels are in motion, Alex, for the Kansas City Royals to remain in the Kansas City area, because a move like this seems like a very positive step towards saying we are going to stay here, whether it's in this place or somewhere else in the region.
And it sounds, so 20 miles south, that's a bit of a distance. Do you know what, off the top of your head, what the distance is between Kaufman and downtown KC?
It's, I think, like 12 miles east by southeast, 12 to 15. It's not that far away. Overland Park, Kansas isn't too far away from downtown Kansas City. It's down the highway, and the highways in Kansas City area are relatively navigable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it gets a little crowded around rush hour and such, but it's nothing like a larger city like a Houston, like a Chicago, like a New York or LA or anything like that. So it's navigable. 20 miles is like, it's probably like a 15 to 20 minute drive most of the time, maybe 25 in rush hour traffic, but not too bad.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking it up right now. I'm just kind of comparing that to Atlanta and Truist. Truist is only
About the
13
same.
miles.
But
Yeah,
but it's worse because Atlanta traffic is absolutely terrible.
yeah, yeah. They don't have the best public transportation there either.
And the thing is, Overland Park is a larger city and is more developed than the Cumberland, Georgia. Now, the whole Braves deal was the Braves were looking for tax breaks, and so they went up to Cobb County because they would give them full tax breaks, and then they decided, like, we're also going to, work with you to develop this entire commercial, residential, hospitality district, and the ballpark's going to be the centerpiece of that. And so that's where the Battery came in, that's where Truist came in. So the Braves got this sweetheart deal to move to Cobb County away from Atlanta, whereas the Royals are at a place where their ballpark's been there for, 70 years now almost?
Yeah.
60 years, I guess. And so it's time for a change potentially. And so they're not moving to a place that is being developed for them. They're moving to a place that's already developed potentially. That's what, right now it's like, this is an option for us, Overland Park. It's not the option. It is an option potentially.
It'll be interesting to see what happens there because I'm sure yeah, I've heard great things about Overland Park. Like it's better. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see how that works out. But cool.
I mean, I think it's fine. Like I like the Royals. I would love. Look, I would love for the Royals in a perfect world. The Royals would be located somewhere near that 18th and Vine neighborhood, near downtown, where the Negro Leagues Museum is. Be right there in the heart of everything, and be part of like going back to where the community kind of started, where it kind of thrived back in the day. The great black neighborhood, 18th and Vine. In a perfect world, but it's not a perfect world. Things have changed a lot in that city. And when you're talking about land where you can grow and develop and things like that, like the options of going in the suburbs are more interesting for teams these days. And so I don't want teams to go to the suburbs. I'd rather urban development, but the Royals are one instance where it seems like they really want to stay there. So I am cool with it. I think we talked about the tea leaves. I really feel like the Royals are a team that doesn't want to necessarily leave Kansas City. So if they can find the right deal for them, even if it's 20 miles south of the city, I'm not necessarily opposed to it.
Yeah. Well, good for them. I mean, we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to follow that along. All right. Up next, this is scary situation. A fan says he was struck by falling concrete at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, the fan here, Ricardo Aquino of Mexico City, a Yankees fan, he was reportedly struck in the back by concrete that fell from the bottom of the top deck at Dodger Stadium. So it was the area between home plate and the first base side, Section 10 reserve. If you are going to Dodger Stadium and you're like, where should I avoid? That would be the place to go. This was on Friday, May 30th, during the game between the Dodgers and the Yankees. Apparently, Aquino is a Yankees fan. It's very funny to me that the Yankees fan was like, "Oh, I got hit in the back by concrete."
You're just
like this kind of story wouldn't have happened if it was like a Brewers fan or a White Sox fan at Dodger Stadium.
Fan, yeah.
But a Yankees fan, you know what's going to happen.
That sucks.
But in all seriousness, like that's a very scary thing when you get hit by something that you're not even sure what it is. He was not bleeding. He did say he was in pain a little bit. The Dodgers had the area inspected after the game, and apparently it was okay. It was safe. They did put up netting below the top deck so that, if any concrete were to fall in the future, it wouldn't fall on a person. They really need to kind of make sure this is okay.
Right, yeah. That's not something you wanted to test in the off season to make sure that was good to go. They weren't going to put chunks of the building falling off. You get a lot of people in that stadium. There's a lot of movement there because Dodgers are.
The thing that I worry about is that the top deck is not an old part of the ballpark. That they created the top deck. I don't know when exactly, but it's a newer renovation to the ballpark. So that concrete should not be falling.
No.
Right now. It just shouldn't. Like, it's not supposed to happen. So was it shoddy, the work that was done there, or was there weathering, or what's going on there? I don't know. But yeah, the Dodgers are going to have to kind of, they have money. So spend the money and secure that area and make sure that everything is safe. Please do that. Whether it's in the offseason or the All-Star break. Like, if they're in the All-Star break, do it. Because they really need to kind of fix that. That's not safe.
That's not.
I'm sorry. Like, that's the first and foremost is fix your ballparks.
Right. I mean, that's a little different from what is it? Great American. Which ballpark had the pipes? Chase, where the pipe is exploding. But no, that's a chunk of the building falling. That's a little different.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right, down to Miami. The Marlins opened the Blue Moon Brew Hall. Glad I could say that.
The Miami Marlins have opened a beer hall at LoanDepot Park. This is at Section 15 on the promenade level. It is now a beer garden kind of place. It has a lot of Coors, Molson Coors. I mean, it's just Coors. It might be Molson Coors. Is it still Molson Coors? Do you know that?
I don't. That sounds like it would make sense.
You work with alcohol.
I know. Let's see. Miami.
I believe it's whoever operates Coors, whoever owns Coors, I believe it's still Molson Coors.
Yeah, it's not Constellation anymore. Yeah, it's Molson Coors. Yes, yeah. Correct.
So it's all, Blue Moon is a Molson Coors beer, but it's Blue Moon and then whatever other Coors beers, and maybe there's some like Coors portfolio beers that they have there. I don't know. At the event that was, I believe, last week at LoanDepot, Jeff Conine, former Marlin great, and Billy the Marlin, the mascot, were both there in attendance to celebrate the opening of this brew hall. But here's the thing, Alex. When I say Blue Moon, do you think of LoanDepot Park? Do you think of Miami?
No.
What ballpark should you think of when I say Blue Moon? See, here's the thing.
I'm scared.
We've talked about.
I don't know. Wait.
Talked about this once, so it's okay if you forgot.
Okay.
This is the only beer that is at least of some mainstream popular level. The only beer in the world that was created at a ballpark.
Yeah. I do remember this.
In Denver, okay?
Yeah.
Coors Field is where the Blue Moon was created back in 1995-6 when the ballpark opened. I understand that this is about, like, the Marlins got a deal with Molson Coors and it's a sponsorship deal and, it's good money coming into the ballpark to the team. Like, that's all fine and well. But could you have had another beer be the sponsor beer for this beer garden thing? Like,
yeah,
Blue Moon is synonymous with the Rockies and Coors Field because it was born at Coors Field.
Wow.
So it just, like, where's Landshark in all this?
Oh, Landshark could be the great one. Yeah.
Right. Where's the beer that has, like, at least a semblance of Florida, Miami? Like, Cigar City probably doesn't have the money that the Marlins wanted for this kind of installation, right? So, like, what other beer could you possibly, like, any beer, even if it was, like, the Budweiser Beer Hall, because there's a bunch of them all over the league.
It's a craft beer hall, but it's all Budweizer beer. And
it's Blue Moon, like, specifically Blue Moon. It is the one beer that is synonymous with another ballpark. It makes me
wonder what the Rockies are thinking when they saw that. Like, excuse me?
I'm quite honestly, at the ballpark now at Coors Field, like,
they've got other issues.
What was the brewery that created Blue Moon is no longer really that anymore. It's a very different thing, and I believe it's actually Molson Coors basically now that's there, and not really. It's not really a Blue Moon brew. Like, it wasn't like an not independent, but it was an experimental, like, small time kind of operation that created Blue Moon. But Molson Coors, like, owns everything there at the ballpark, and so, like, but they don't care because it's money that goes into the bigger company, whatever.
Yeah, you just need a different name for that beer hall.
But yeah, just like. There's got to be, like, some sort of, like, a shandy beer or something that's in the Miller Coors portfolio.
Peachy beer,
that would have worked better than Blue Moon, which is synonymous with. Anyways, all this to say, like, I don't know if you saw, like, the Marlins were hosting the Rockies this week at LoanDepot, and it was the first series that the Rockies had won all season.
Good for them.
They won, I don't know if they won all three, but they won at least 2 games in LoanDepot. And one of the games, apparently there was, like, maybe 3,000 to 4,000 people in the ballpark. Like
Boy.
the attendance was terrible. Like the Marlins have done a pretty good job with that ballpark and making it very Miami, but man,
Yeah.
this feels like a misstep to me. Like I get like you're trying to get the money from Miller Coors, but like just get a beer that makes more sense for your team than the
Yeah.
one that's already synonymous with another team. Anyways.
Yeah. I understand it. That'd be frustrating. I don't know what it would be though, but because we don't think of Miami synonymous with many beers. We think of Miami and rum. That's pretty much
True.
it, though. Yeah, if Muslim Coors could start a rum distillery.
The Captain Morgan.
The Captain, the Captain Morgan
Captain
Rum
Morgan
Hall
Lounge.
or something.
Yeah, the Captain Morgan.
That's it. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
And like you can, with
That would actually
beer and rum. Yeah,
that would be badass if like you were
That
walking
would be.
around LoanDepot and you're having like your very strong Cuban coffee, and then you're like, you know what, I can use some rum, and then there's the Captain Morgan, Pirates Lounge, and boom, there you go.
We have an idea. We call Miami. Hey, got some idea for you. Got the money for it.
We're full of ideas here. Take me out.
We are. No one's asking for our opinions, and it's really sad.
Well, if you want more of our opinions and you're not full of us yet, come back because we are going to talk just in a few moments about our first ever induction to the Take Me Out Wall of Fame. We are talking ballpark foods of the National League. Come back and we're going to get into it. Stay with us. Welcome back to Take Me Out. I'm Tim. That's Alex.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
All right. This is a special edition of Take Me Out. They're all special. They're all special in their own little way.
Yeah.
But this one is extra special because, Alex, for the first time, we are going to induct something into the Take Me Out Wall of Fame.
Now I'm thinking there is a video game or computer noise where I think it's the Windows old startup. The bing. That would be the noise right there.
We will insert that noise. We will insert that noise into every time we say Take Me Out Wall of Fame.
And you hear a nice 1997 Windows theme song. It's great stuff.
So here's what we're going to do. For this first Wall of Fame induction, we are Wall of Faming. We're inducting. We're Wall of Fame inducting ballpark foods. We're not going to do every team quite yet. But what we're going to do is we're going to induct one ballpark food, and we're going to start with the National League in this episode. So we're going to go through each team in the National League currently and pick one food that is relatively synonymous with that team, whether it is the most popular food or the most iconic or the most good or something. Maybe we picked it out randomly out of a hat. Who knows? But we have picked one food per team. We are going to go through each team by team, and talk about that food and then rank it in a list, 1 to 15. We're going to go through and we're going to make a list. And then at the end of all of these teams that we go through, we will have the 1 to 15. And here's what's going to happen. The foods that finish between 6 and 15, we will get rid of them completely, entirely, forever. They will never be able to come back into a Wall of Fame discussion.
Walk off into the sunset.
Into the sunset.
Crossing the Rainbow Bridge.
Rainbow Bridge. All the things. The foods that finish between 2 and 5, they will have the opportunity to be reintroduced next time when we again talk about ballpark foods of the National League and we re-rank them. Okay?
Cool.
But the food that finishes first on our list of 15 will get inducted into the Take Me Out Wall of Fame.
Music clip here.
If you say it gets rid of like the whole.
Like, it gets rid of the mystique. I apologize. We can go again.
No, you just gotta let it. You just gotta let it ride. You just gotta let
let it happen organically. Yeah,
that's right.
I understand.
That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna go through each team one by one, and we're gonna put them in order, and then at the end we'll have a list, and then number 1 gets in. 2 through 5 get to stay for the next ranking whenever we do that, and 6 through 15 get thrown out completely. We will do the American League in a future episode, but this will be the National League to start. Are you ready?
I'm ready, dude.
Okay, here we go. We're going to start from alphabetical order. We'll go team by team. The first team we're going to do, Alex, is the Atlanta Braves. No, it's not. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks. I've already screwed up because I forgot R goes before T. The Arizona Diamondbacks. The food that we have picked from Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona is the churro dog.
That's true.
Have you had the churro dog?
I've not, but I've seen pictures, and as amazing as it looks, my stomach is scared. My stomach is scared at looking at a lot of these, but this one, it's like, the older you get, your taste buds change. And while I still love the occasional sweet stuff, it's like, that just looks like so much. It's like, I would need 12 people to share that with me. But it
Yeah,
looks delicious. It really does. The first step, yeah.
It is heartburn city, but it is delicious. I have had a churro dog.
Oh, yeah?
It is like a cold churro in a bun, and it's got chocolate syrup on it. It has whipped cream on it. It has sprinkles on it. Am I getting that right? If you're looking at it, because I'm not looking at it right now.
Let me look at it again. Look at ice cream hot dog. Yeah.
There might be ice cream on it. It was a while since I've had it, but it is a dessert hot dog.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. Yeah,
it is churro, so it has that Mexican American influence. Now, Phoenix, somewhat close to Mexico, so not bad there. This is probably the most iconic food that I've had at Chase Field. It's not a great not great ballpark for foods, but this one feels like it is special, it is unique, it is fun. It's going up against Truist Park, Atlanta, Fox Brothers Pork Sandwich at Terrapin Tap Room. So, Truist Park, relatively new. The food at Truist is still not the best. I think there's better food at the Battery outside of the park. But in the park, you have some things that are decent. You have a lot of regular ballpark foods. You have a lot of chain stuff there. But this felt like, okay, it's local. Fox Brothers Barbecue is a local barbecue spot at the Terrapin Tap Room. Terrapin is a quote-unquote local brewery. And this is, a good, and sort of like people talk about it, it's kind of iconic in some ways. It is a, pork, like a pulled pork kind of barbecue sandwich at Terrapin Tap Room at Truist Park. So between the churro dog and the pork sandwich at Truist Park, what do we think?
You know what? I gotta have to go, because as I looked at a picture of this sandwich as well, that looked like a really good sandwich. And it's pulled pork, it's barbecue. And I know the churro dog is a hot dog, but it's not really. And they're both synonymous with baseball. You know what? And I'm gonna have to go with my not hurting yet gut. I gotta go with the Fox Bros pork sandwich.
You're going with the pork. Okay.
Because it looks so good.
I like a churro dog. I like the idea of it. I like the uniqueness of it. But I'm with you in that, like a pork sandwich does feel a little bit more sort of grounded, a little more. I can get through this. This will be delicious. I'm not going to have to worry about the consequences of this sandwich.
Also, the melting of it too. It's the churro dog.
It is a local barbecue chain. They have a couple locations, I believe. But they're like well known. They're good. I think here's the thing. I don't think either of these two are going to make the top five. They're not iconic. We can't say that. We don't know yet because we haven't gone through yet. But my gut is telling me that these are going to be toward the bottom of the list. So I'm okay being a little bit more loosey-goosey with the rankings down here. I will be with you, and we will say that the pork sandwich at Truist Park goes over the churro dog at Chase Field.
Good.
Okay. So we're going to adjust those rankings. Next up, Wrigley Field, Chicago, Illinois, the Cubs. A lot of choices here. I wanted to go with a pretty basic, traditional Chicago treat, the Vienna beef Chicago dog. We're talking classic Vienna beef sausage. We're talking on a bun with the poppy seeds. And then we're talking a topping of onions, a topping of giardiniera. We're talking a topping of pickle and some maybe mustard if you want. It's up to you what you want to put on that after that. But I like the mustard. Chicago dog against, we'll start with the churro dog. What do you think?
I got to go to Vienna beef.
Yeah,
that's just classic. I don't know why it took me that long to say that, but yeah, I'm sorry. Take another seat down.
Against the Fox Brothers.
Yeah. Oh, against Fox Brothers.
Have you had the Chicago dog at Wrigley Field?
I have not.
Okay, so I have.
Okay.
It is enjoyable. I fell in love with Chicago dogs when I was in Chicago. I had never had them until I got to Chicago. And it dawned on me, this is how I should be eating hot dogs from now on. Now, because I live in Houston, I don't feel right trying to make a Chicago dog just offhandedly, So I don't try to do it. But when I'm in Chicago or I can have access to the things that allow me to have a Chicago dog, I'm going to make a Chicago dog. I think this is a great hot dog. Maybe the best hot dog in baseball. Maybe. We're not there yet, but it's up there. So I would put it above Fox Brothers.
You know what? I'm going to do that too because it's more of a classic.
Okay.
Because I'm a traditionalist in that way.
This is easy stuff right now. I feel like this is easy stuff. We're moving on. Cincinnati, Ohio, the Reds, Great American Ballpark. This is iconic stuff for Cincinnati. Of course, we're talking about Skyline Chili and the Skyline Cheese Coney. Have you had a Skyline Cheese Coney?
I have not, but I do love the Coney dogs because I know we had the RIP James Coney Island here in Houston, and I loved Coney's. I mean, he's put a bunch of stuff in there. Yeah,
I have had the Skyline Cheese Coney. It is a hot dog that is dressed with mounds of cheese, mounds of shredded cheese, chili, of course, that starts off the thought. You put chili on top, and then the mounds of cheese and the onions. If you want onions, they are chopped white onions. So it is, a very sort of sharp, very sort of raw taste, but it fits really well with the melty, fatty chili and the cheese that, of course, melts as it stays on that hot dog, right? So I like this dog a lot. I'm a fan of a chili dog. I can't have many, maybe just one, honestly.
No dollar chili dog nights.
No dollars. So let's go up the rankings here. So against the churro dog, your thoughts?
Better than the churro dog.
I'm with you. Fox Brothers.
I'm gonna have to go better than Fox Brothers.
Better than Fox Brothers.
Yeah, I think it looks like it looks like it's easier to handle.
Yeah.
It's just like a simple, easy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with it better than Fox Bros.
And the reason I would say that too is also this has been around for a long time. Skyline Chili is, of course, a Cincinnati tradition. It is part of the Cincinnati fiber, right? It is part of what the city's about, and it's been at Great American for a long time. And so that's points. It's points if it's a part of the history and the heritage of the ballpark. So I'm going to put it above. I don't know if it gets above the Vienna beef.
Chicago. No, I think Vienna beef is still the top right now.
The Chicago dog is it's got fresh veggies. It has some variety to it. It's not just a big fat bubble in you, right? It you can have multiple.
Yeah.
There's just something about it. It's not healthy, but it makes you feel better than a typical hot dog.
Do you typically go to the ballpark to eat healthy food? If you're on a diet, go get some sunflower seeds and peanuts. There you go.
Of course not. And you saw me eat 5 hot dogs at the Astros game.
And I had 3, and it was great. That was another a stat that I kind of kept with me when I went to the games. I ate, I think, about 10 hot dogs on my streak. It was great. It was 96% hot dog.
However, if there's an option to slightly make it healthy, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Put a piece of lettuce on that burger. It's
maybe
good.
Take off 5 or 6 little bits of cheese. Just remove just a few of them. You don't need to remove all of them. You don't want to go crazy.
Shave that mound. Shave the mound. Yeah,
it's got a half order of the cheese.
Okay, so we're putting the Skyline between Vienna and Fox Brothers. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, it's in the number 2, which is good. Very, very respectable right now. Next up, Coors Field, Denver, Colorado. Some options here, but the classic option, the one that has been around for quite a while, I believe since 2010, is the Helton Burger, named, of course, after Hellscape Tin Man. No, after Todd Helton. Just waiting for a joke there. Todd Helton's Helton Burger, which has been at the ballpark for quite a while now. It is a pretty basic burger. It has mayo. It has white onions, again, chopped white onions, and pickles. And, I've never had it, but from everything that I've read about it, it seems like a pretty basic burger. Nothing outstanding. It's not going to change your life, but it does have history. So
it's got staying power.
Where should we start this? Where should we start this? Where? From the bottom or where?
I would, you know what? I would put it above Churro Dog.
Okay.
And below Fox Bros.
Oh, interesting.
Because it's as great. I mean, it's a classic burger. What's great, but and I'm sure you can modify it, but as it comes, it just doesn't do anything. I'm a white girl. I like mayonnaise. That's cool. I don't like onions. I don't like pickles. And I'm sure you can modify it, but as it's stated on the menu, I would pass.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty basic burger, and if I'm getting a basic burger, to be honest with you, I want a smash. I would love a smash. Big smash guy. It does look a lot like a Shack burger, like a Shake Shack style, Shack burger.
Right.
we might get there later on in these rankings,
Stay
but
tuned.
this Helton feels like a little bit wimpy compared to that sort of, So I'm probably with you. Like I don't want to give the Fox Brothers sandwich like this high, but it's not right now at a high point. It's right in the middle. So I think Helton makes sense right below. I like that. That's good.
Cool.
So currently, in 5th place we have the Churro Dog at Chase Field. In 4th place we have the Helton Burger at Coors Field. In 3rd place we have Fox Brothers Pork Sandwich at Truist Park. In 2nd place, we have the Skyline Cheese Coney at Great American. And in 1st place, currently, the leader in the clubhouse is the Vienna Beef Chicago Dog at Wrigley Field.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving on. The next pick, this is a big one. This is a pretty iconic food menu item at Ballparks. You've heard of it. Everybody knows about this one. We're going to Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, and we're going to just pick a Dodger dog. Now, there are there's 2 different kinds of Dodger dogs. I don't know if you know this.
I actually didn't know that.
There's the grilled Dodger dog, and then there's the steamed Dodger dog. Now, I'm not going to differentiate between the grilled and the steamed. I know there's some Dodger fans who are now cursing me because they're saying they're different. How could you do this? But the Dodger dog is the Dodger dog. If you ask anybody around the country, they pretty much think of the Dodger dog as one thing. It's a dog. It's a Dodger dog. Yeah. You don't care how it's prepared. It's a Dodger dog.
It's 10-inch. It's got plenty of, it's a good dog.
Now,
it's classic.
The grilled is better than the steamed. With that said, where do we want to start ranking the Dodger dog?
Dodger dog is going to be up
I feel like we should start from the top and go down if we need to. So, compare it to the Vienna Beef Chicago dog, okay? So, your regular Dodger dog, no toppings. It is by itself. It is a classic by itself, right? Mm-hmm. You might put mustard on it. You might put relish on it. But we are talking about just the dog in the bun because that is what is served to you, okay? Mm-hmm. So, against the Chicago dog, I'm going Chicago.
You know what? I am too.
Gotta go Chicago.
I am. Yeah. You can't beat Jardinier. You can't. And it's Vienna beef. Yeah. Sorry, Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, and the beef is big. Like Vienna beef. Yeah. We're talking Chicago. We're talking Milwaukee. We're talking this very Great Lakes. This very branded beef company, right? I believe Dodger Dog does have. Is it Kasem? Is it Kasem? Kasem? I believe that's a Dodger dog. That's who makes them. Maybe I could be wrong. So it is another brand, but I feel like Vienna just has more of a heft to it. There's more of a brand awareness there that I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Against the Coney at Great American.
I think it's better.
You think the Dodger dog's better than the Coney?
Yeah.
Why?
Just I think because I know that Cincinnati is, or sorry, not Cincinnati. Skyline is that it's classic there, and it's got staying power. But I think that the Dodger dog, just the classicness of it, because everyone knows what you're talking about when you talk about a Dodger dog. It's I think it's got the name value too.
It's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Been around for a long time. We're talking decades.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you on this. I'm not going to fight it.
Yeah.
We're still early on here. That was the 2nd place. That's a big ranking, but not first. So not eligible for induction right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dodgers.
Next up, we go to LoanDepot Park in Miami, the Marlins. We're talking about the Cubano Gigante at La Cocina. It is a 3-foot Cuban sandwich. It's got ham, pork, salami, Swiss cheese, mustard, Cuban sandwich, right? Yeah. The Cubano Gigante, 3-foot Cuban sandwich. I've not had this. I've had Cuban sandwiches. They're very good.
Sounds so good.
People really enjoy the sandwich, but it is a new park. It is a 3-foot, so it's a special family size, go for it kind of a dish. It's not a classic. You can have many of these dishes, right? So there's a difference. Let's stack it up to the Churro Dog.
Better than the Churro Dog.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Helton Burger.
Better than the Helton Burger.
I think I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I think the Cuban sandwich is iconic and local, and it has a really nice, sharp, salty taste to it. The crunchy bread. Very good,
Yeah.
right? Like just a really great sandwich. A burger is a burger is a burger. I'm with you on
Right.
this. Fox Brothers.
I don't think it's better than the Fox Brothers.
What is the deal with the Fox Brothers in you? You really like this Fox Brothers?
I don't know, because I think it's easier to handle. Also, a 3-foot long sandwich. What if you don't have enough people to? That's
true.
big. That's a
That's a
lot
point.
of food, and I'm
That's a good point.
not one about food waste. And at the game, you're going to be eating that with people. You're probably going to be drinking beers with it. You're probably going to get full, and you're going to have to throw half of that sandwich away. I love the concept. That's great. Maybe make the smaller versions of it. Maybe make a foot-long Cuban. That'd be great. I think that the 3-foot is what kills it for me, unfortunately.
There is a smaller Cuban sandwich. Let's be honest. There are other Cuban sandwiches at LoanDepot, but this was the one that kind of people really sort of flocked to this one as a standout. You need 5 people probably to eat
full grown adults. Like, yeah.
5 adults, right? Because we're going to eat each 0.6, what was 0.6? I don't know. Like we're 9 inches. 8 to 9 inches, like that's the most you could probably, like feel good, whatever. Some of us could do foot, some of us could do, only do 6 inches, whatever. Okay, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this.
You are okay. I don't want to twist your arm.
It's a big.
Okay.
It's a big sandwich. It's a big sandwich.
Yeah.
So it's gonna go below Fox Brothers, above Helton. Okay, next up, American Family Field, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Now, sadly, the Brachos are gone. The Brachos, which were the bratwurst nachos that had been at American Family Miller Park for years, no longer at the park. That's sad. That could have been here. Instead, now we are going with the best of the worst platter, which is knockwurst, bratwurst, weisswurst, slab bacon with apple kraut, pickles, mustard, and potatoes. We're talking about a feast of sorts. At least 2, if not 3 or 4 people should be eating this. So it's in the same vein as the Cuban, right? It's the same vein as the Cubano Gigante. Let's stack it up to that first. What do we feel about the best of the worst platter against the Cubano Gigante?
I got to go with the best of the worst.
I think I'm with you.
Dude, oh my God. That just sounds so good.
I love a Cuban.
I do too, yeah.
But you get this thing at pregame, you can eat this throughout the game. It is a game-long adventure.
Yeah, it's an investment, but it's it's a worthy investment because it's going to last you probably all 9 innings. I mean, or maybe longer. I don't know.
We're just eating meat and fermented veggie, and we're just having a good time.
We're having a great time. Yeah. So I definitely think you know what? I put it above Fox Bros too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. What about the Skyline Cheese Coney?
Don't know if I would put it above that.
I could go either way on this one. I think there's something really good about having a meat platter with friends. I think the Marlins have actually, funny enough, we talked about this. They introduced a platter of sorts that has meats and stuff on it that is new this year. And it sounds incredible. And I love the idea of group eating and just munching and what are they, noshing? I hate that word, noshing, but noshing is a great thing to do at a ballpark. So that's great. But I don't know. Cheese Coney, I can only eat one of those. I feel like I can only eat one of those.
I'm also thinking the best of the worst. So you're going from a classic Coney hot dog, but the worst is the best of the worst is a great idea, but it's almost too novel.
It's too restrictive because you can't walk around. You can't do anything else.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have someone stay at your seat and make sure no one else. You don't have any grazers, unless you need some other friends to help finish it off.
With the Cheese Coney, you eat one at the start
of the game.
You
walk around while eating.
Then you walk around, you hang out, you're doing your thing. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Out of curiosity, I want to look this up. Do you happen to know off the top of your head how much this best of the worst platter costs?
I want to say it's in the 30s or 40s, somewhere in that range.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can type. Oh my gosh. I want to know because that's going to be platter. Let's put that word in there.
Well, while you look this up, we are going to go to the next one because we want to keep moving here.
Yeah. $29.
$29.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. I feel like that's for 2 people then. I feel like it's
Yeah.
So maybe it's not as restrictive, but it's a lot of things, right? So it might still be a little restrictive. Anyways, New York. This is a big one because I know this one well. This is a tugs at my heartstrings a little bit. Citi Field in New York. We're talking about the classic Shake Shack Shack Burger. Now, Shake Shack was born at Bryant Park in New York City in Manhattan back in 2008 or 9 or something like, somewhere around that range.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Citi Field pretty quickly after that. So Citi Field was the only place to get a Shake Shack burger like outside of like inner city, Manhattan or whatever for a little bit. And the lines at Shake Shack when I would go there early on were always like super long, super big. Like people wanted that burger. It was so important. To secure your bag, get a Shack burger with a concrete, which is their like shake. They're like very thick shake, vanilla or chocolate. That is a rite of passage for Citi Field. And so there's something really like romantic for me about the Shack burger. It is a very simple, like 1 or 2 patties. We're talking Shack burger, so 1 patty here with the cheese, and you got the pickles. You got, you're putting your condiments on it, whatever you want. I usually like a mayonnaise and ketchup combination here. And it's like a smaller sort of burger. It's not a smash burger. It's not like, smashed in and like real pocket sized, but it's smaller and it's easier to hold. It's not a big boy. It just, and what it's about is the juiciness of the patty really like mixes so well with the bread. It's soft. It's gushy. It's fatty. I love a Shack burger. Love a Shack burger. I might be biased here, so I need your thoughts. You've had Shack burgers. I'm sure you've had.
I've had Shake Shack before, once or twice. It didn't do anything for me, really.
Okay, all right.
I think it's if I have it in the right situation. Like if I had it at Citi Fields, it would blow my mind. It would taste better.
Now the thing is, back when Citi Field was young, there wasn't a lot of great food. There was good food there, like what was it? Blue Smoke was there, and a couple other places, and Shake Shack. But Shake Shack was the place. Now you have all these great, and it's one of the best food ballparks in baseball. And there's so many good places to go eat in Citi Field that Shake Shack is kind of just an old stalwart now. So you might not go there for Shake Shack, but back in the day, it was the thing to do. So that's the bias I'm painting. So I need, I'm glad to have your thoughts here. Let's put it up against the Hilton burger, since that's also a burger. Let's see, what do we got here?
It's gonna be better than the Hilton burger.
It's gotta be. Be. Okay. The Cubano Gigante at LoanDepot. I'm going with a Shack burger. I have to.
I think so too.
Okay, here's it. Okay, Fox Brothers. You've been hung up on the Fox Brothers.
I know, because I love pulled pork.
The Shack burger's just a little more iconic.
I think so, and I'm gonna put it above there, but I'm not gonna move it up any further.
Not above the best of the worst platter. Why?
Everything we just talked about. It's a sausage platter that's gonna last you the entire game. It's
Okay, well,
if you want to overrule me, go for it, please.
I'm not necessarily trying to. Again, I have a lot of bias here because I'm very romantic about the Shack burger, but I get it in that, look, my fondest memories of the Shack burger aren't necessarily tied to Citi Field. So it's not necessarily like a ballpark food for me, first and foremost. It is a quintessential New York food for me. It is a food that, like, when I was in New York and living there and, I was dating my wife and all that, like, a Shack burger on a summer day was, like, amazing. It's heavenly, right? Like there's nothing like it. So I'll concede because I don't want to show my bias and show my ass. So we're going to put the Shack burger below the best of the worst, but above Fox. I think that's fair.
Yeah. You good? All right. Cool.
Okay. So are we at 10 yet? I think we have one more before we get to 10. Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Let's go to Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Phillies. A lot of options here. We can go cheesesteak. We can go roast pork. We could go the Schmitter, which is this great burger that's just crazy and it's been there forever. We can go Bull's Barbecue and go like vintage, like the player who does the barbecue in the outfield. Instead of all that, we're going to go with a very simple treat that everybody loves at Citizens Bank Park. It is the Chickies and Pete's crab fries. Now, it's a stand. It's in the outfield. I think they moved it ever since. It might be somewhere else now. But you get a big cup of fries that have been doused in a crab seasoning, right? That is like Old Bay, but not quite. It's their own sort of proprietary thing. And it comes with, you get like a little cup of like, like cheese, like a nacho cheese kind of a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you dip and you eat, and it is just like a snack that you have throughout, the first couple innings of the game. Have a beer with it. Bias again. I've been going to Chickies and Pete's since I was like 13 years old, having like blue crabs and their fries and all that kind of stuff. Like, great, right? Like it's the one place in Philly where you can get like fresh seafood. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bias. Other ballparks have picked it up. Kauffman Stadium has Chickies and Pete's crab fries.
Okay.
Where was I last year? Was it Kauffman or was it? I feel like it was at somewhere else, and they had Chickies and Pete's crab fries. Like multiple ballparks I went to had Chickies and Pete's crab fries.
But it started at Citizens Bank.
Started at Citizens Bank.
Okay.
So, your thoughts? Where should we rank this against?
I think I want to. I think I want to go. I want to rank it against.
Maybe the worst platter. Start with the worst platter in the middle.
Yeah, that's actually a good spot. I was looking a little bit lower than that, but I think that's a good one.
Oh,
so I have a few different trains of thoughts because again, this is difficult. I think I'm gonna put it above the best of the worst platter because here's the thing: is I didn't do my homework before this one. For some reason, I thought it was just like a serving of crab legs, like fried crab legs, which I was like, I don't know. But then you said it's French fries.
It's French fries
with the crab sauce.
Yes.
And
with the cheese sauce. Cheese
sauce. Excuse me. Yeah.
Crabs and a crab like seasoning.
Yeah.
The Old Bay-ish kind of seasoning.
Okay.
So it's salty. It's like got that like shrimpiness, but the saltiness. Like the
it doesn't have actual crab meat, does it?
No.
Oh, it's okay. Then I'm gonna put it below the best of the worst.
What? Why?
Because I think you should put crab meat in there.
No, stop it. We're being ridiculous. Who wants crab meat at a ballpark, especially if it's Philadelphia?
Yeah, man, that's a good point. I concede on that. Okay.
Here's my argument, okay? This is a simple treat.
Yeah.
It is a cup. You hold it with one hand, you just pick and you're biting and you're munching, and then here's my beer. Here's my drink. Okay. Back to the crab fries. It is simple. You're just watching the game and doing your thing. You don't have to think about it. You're not getting messy. It is handheld. It is easy. And it is also, it's historic. It's been at the ballpark for at least 10 to 15 years now. It has been part of the tapestry of Citizens Bank Park.
Okay.
It is as iconic in the city as a cheesesteak, as a roast pork sandwich. Like, I believe in the crab fries. I'm not necessarily going to put the top, but I believe in them.
All right. You convinced me. I'll put it above best of the worst.
What about the Skyline Cheese Coney?
Don't know about that.
I think it goes above the Coney.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would also put it above the Dodger Dog.
Oh, okay. Okay, Tim.
But I need to. But here's where I'm going to say this now. I think the Dodger Dog is overrated.
Really?
I've had the Dodger Dog. I didn't feel great after having a Dodger Dog. It was not my favorite hot dog. Okay. I've had many better hot dogs than a Dodger Dog.
Okay.
I've never been steered wrong by Chickies and Pete's crab fries.
Okay.
I don't think I'm putting it above the Vienna beef.
No, I don't think so.
I can't put it above the Chicago dog. So it's not getting inducted. But I'm talking like the crab fries should see another day.
I fully agree. Would you like to compromise and do it above the cheese coney and below the Dodger Dog?
Why do you want it below the Dodger Dog? Because the Dodger Dog's been what? Tell me.
Because it's classic, and it's just a hot dog.
It's just fries.
Damn it! All right, yeah. Let's Chickies and Pete's. You're number 2.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Good. Dodger fans are gonna hate me, but look.
They already hate me. I'm an Astros fan.
I've talked to Dodger fans and I was like, this Dodger Dog isn't the best. And they were like, yeah, we know. So I'm just saying. Okay. Pittsburgh, PNC Park, another classic for Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgher at Primanti Brothers. So Primanti Brothers has been, it's a Pittsburgh classic. There's multiple locations across the city. It is the sandwich king of Pittsburgh. This is, of course, a beef patty with tomatoes, lettuce, and French fries, coleslaw, all on white bread. It is a stacked, crazy-ass sandwich. There's fries in it.
The fries are actually in the sandwich.
Oh, yeah. This is what Pittsburgh does.
Oh, my God. I thought you were going to say it comes with fries. And I'm like, well, it is of a core belief every burger should come with fries.
It's all in the sandwich. This is what Pittsburgh does.
Wow. Okay.
They endorse the potato in the sandwich.
Okay.
It's Pittsburgh.
Awesome. We're
talking like Western Pennsylvania. We're talking Polish population. We're talking pierogi.
Yeah.
We're talking potato. We're talking, it's all there.
Okay. It's definitely going above the Hilton burger.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think we can lift this bad boy.
I'm putting it above Shake Shack.
We're putting it above Shake Shack. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that one for this one. What about the worst platter?
Man, these are both two things with so much involved with it. Or it's not just a thing.
I mean,
I think I'm gonna put it above best of the worst, but no higher than that.
Just imagine the
I gotta look this thing up again.
Imagine a Pittsburgher in one hand and an Iron City in your other hand, and you're watching a game at PNC Park on a beautiful early June afternoon.
Oh God, look at that thing! Yeah.
I gotta put this
ridiculous.
Over the worst platter. I gotta put it over the worst platter.
Me too.
And I think it goes over the cheese coney.
Jump up there too.
Now we got the Dodger dog again.
I would say the Dodger dog would hurt my stomach a little bit less than this thing, but jeez, it looks so good though.
There's history for both of these things. The Dodger dog has been around forever, obviously, but the Pittsburgher has been around forever too, which is PNC Park is younger.
I'm gonna put it above Dodger dog because because I mean, as I kind of stated, my core belief system says that every single burger should come with French fries. There's no excuses. If your place does not offer that, I'm like, get out of here. What are you doing? And the fact that they have the French fries in the burger is genius.
Now, I'm not putting it above the chicken and pizza crab fries.
Then I won't either.
Oh my God, this is great. Look. To me, it's because there's a point where it's too messy. There's a point where the Pittsburgher is too much and it's too filling and it's just not good. The chicken and pizza crab fries, you can have a cup of it and you're like, yeah, great. Mm-hmm. Let me go get a hot dog now. Let me go rock something else. Like you're feeling good. That's why.
Cool.
That's why. Okay.
Yes.
The rankings so far. In last place, I think we're in 11th place is the Churro Dog at Chase Field. 10th place, the Helton Burger at Coors Field. 9th place, the Cubano Gigante at LoanDepot. In 8th place, Fox Brothers Pork Sandwich in Truist Park. 7th place, Shake Shack Burger at Citi Field. 6th place is the Best of the Worst Platter at American Family Field. 5th place is the Skyline Cheese Coney at Great American Ballpark. 4th place is the Dodger Dog at Dodger Stadium. 3rd place is the Pittsburgher at PNC Park. 2nd place, Chickies and Pete's Crab Fries at Citizens Bank Park. And in 1st place, right now still holding strong, the Vienna Beef Chicago Dog at Wrigley Field. Okay. Final 5. Here we go. Final 4. Here we go. Busch Stadium, St. Louis, Jumbo Hot Dog. This stadium had nothing else going for it. I don't know what to tell you.
You can chill. Why don't you just take a nice seat between my friend's Churro Dog and Hilton Burger?
You're going to put the Churro Dog in last place still?
I don't know. I mean...
This is just a hot dog.
I mean, it's you know what? Yeah. No,
it's the Jumbo Hot Dog, but it's a hot dog.
Oh, good for you. Ooh. Sorry. I mean, the Dodger Dog is kind of a jumbo hot dog too.
But it's iconic. Whereas this is Jumbo Hot Dog.
Yeah, why don't you sit? You can Churro Dog. You can have your day in the sun.
Okay, last place. I'm with you. What is the point? What are we doing here?
Yeah, it's but St. Louis though. It's why not? Do they not? I mean, I'm assuming they've got fried ravioli there.
They should have. I don't know about fried ravioli at Busch Stadium. I've never seen it.
But that's such a St. Louis thing though.
I know. Delicious. I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know what they're doing.
You know, there's potentially more we could potentially do with St. Louis, but we'll get there if we get there next time. Okay.
Cool.
Petco Park, a lot of options. The problem is San Diego is not known for there is a food that they're known for in San Diego, and that's California burrito, which is a burrito that has fries in it, and it's delicious, and it's awesome. It's like the Pittsburgh of the West Coast. But Petco is still kind of young-ish, and there's like a lot of great foods there, and it's just like a whole menagerie. So I went with the thing that I think people have talked about the most at Seaside Market, which is a very good place to eat at Petco. The tri-tip nachos. These are chips that are covered in cheese sauce, freshly chopped tri-tip, barbecue sauce, sour cream, and green onions. Tri-tip, of course, is a cut of beef that is very popular in California. Thoughts on this? Sounds great.
It does. I think it's.
I like a nacho.
I do too, but this almost. I mean, not like it doesn't make sense. It just. I would prefer this if it was French fries instead of chips, because the barbecue, all the whole barbecue stuff with tortilla chips. It's tortilla chips. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like blending too much there. It doesn't add up to me that much. It would make a lot more sense if it was French fry nachos, because when you want to do this, like I'm assuming they're not going to be the individual chips. Like it's going to just be a pile of it that they put everything on there, right?
Yes, but do you like the brisket nacho?
I do. It's not my go-to though, because I don't. When I do nachos, I just do like the chicken fajita or beef fajita. I don't really mix barbecue that much, like or any barbecue prepared meat. It's not like I don't like it. It's just not what my brain goes to. Like this, this just seems like it would make a lot more sense if it was just one of those paper bowls they give to you with it was French fries with this, and they'd give you a fork and you eat it like that.
But I feel like the French fry, it gets really soggy really quick.
And the nacho one of the really good parts of it, though. I love soggy fries, especially when it's got all the good stuff with it. Yeah.
But you're weird, clearly.
I am weird, yeah.
All right, well, let's do this. Let's put it up against. Let's start it in the middle there and put it up against the worst platter.
Worst platter is better.
Wow. Just like that. I'm not going to fight it. I love a nacho. I'm a fan of it. But I will say, like, I've never had a nacho, at least at a ballpark, that I'm like, I need to have this again. This is important, right?
Yeah.
Like, my favorite nachos in the world are in Boston at a place called Sunset Cantina. The Paradise is a rock club. Sunset Cantina in Boston has the best nachos I've ever had in my life. I love them to death. If I go back to Boston, next time I go, I'm going to Sunset and I'm having nachos. But there's no other like nacho I've ever had. I'm like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. I need more. So, all right, fine. What about it against the Shake Shack Shack Burger? I think I gotta go Shack.
I would say Shack Burger is better.
What about the Fox Brothers?
Don't know if it's better than Fox Brothers.
It's hard. I haven't had the Fox Brothers, so I don't know.
But if I'm putting pork against tri-tip,
I'd put it with the Fox Brothers. Okay.
Yeah,
we'll do that. Tri-tip nachos. They're going to be eliminated anyway, so what you do. Next, this is a big one.
Oh boy,
big one. We're going to San Francisco Oracle Park. Of course, we got to talk about Gilroy garlic fries. Gilroy's garlic fries, which is the clear most quintessential thing at Oracle Park. It is a fry. It is doused in garlic and parsley seasoning. It is just a cup of fry. It's like the Chickies and Pete's crab fries, essentially, but it is its own flavor, and it really fits with San Francisco and what it's all about. So I'm just going to start it at the top there against the Chickies and Pete's crab fries. Garlic fries, crab fries. Thoughts?
I was going to say that. No offense to you, but garlic fries.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah. I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna fight it.
All right, good.
The crab fries are. Again, I'm very romantic about it. I love them. Like they are part of. Like when I go to Philly in July, like to go to a Phillies game, I'm absolutely getting crab fries. I'll stand in line. I don't care. Who cares? I'm getting the crab fries. But there is something about walking around Oracle Park. And it's like 50 degrees and kind of cold and kind of gray, but it's still gorgeous because you're outside at Oracle Park and you're carrying this cup of garlic fries and you're having a bite and you're like, holy crap. Yes, all I want right now is just sharp garlic and herbaceous parsley and a little bit of Parmesan and this like slightly crispy fry, this potato, like it's perfect. It is perfect. Yes, absolutely.
All right, cool.
Okay. Garlic fries against the Vienna beef Chicago dog. First place.
Boy.
This is really it. This is all the marbles, essentially.
This is.
Chicago dog or garlic fries. Now, let me say.
Because I was wanted to say, like, I like having bad breath every now and then, but both
Let
are.
me
Okay,
say.
go ahead. Yeah.
There's really like, I mean, let me look this up real quick, because you could get the Chicago dog just about anywhere, right?
Right.
Gilroy's garlic fries, I mean, you could get them at a lot of different places. I mean, so the point of the Gilroy garlic fries is they're out of Gilroy, California, which is like the garlic capital of the world or whatever. But at Oracle Park are like proprietary. They are quintessential. Like, it's not like you can get Gilroy garlic fries everywhere. It's not like a brand. It's like they are of Oracle. They're of Oracle Park. I'm getting very excited about this. So the Chicago dog Vienna beef, it's great, and it is like a Wrigley Field thing, but you can get an amazing Chicago dog at a lot of places.
Yeah, I'm putting Gilroy's on top.
I think I'm gonna put it. Yeah, I think I love Chicago dog, but the garlic fries are like
icon. So good right now
icon.
too.
They're the icon. They're the icon. Okay,
cool.
We're doing it. It's in number one. It's the number one spot, which means the last one, Washington Nationals Park in D.C., the beef and sausage half smoke from Ben's Chili Bowl. This is a dark horse. Ben's Chili Bowl, Washington, D.C., an icon of D.C. We're talking a hot dog that is half pork, half beef, and it is coated in chili sauce. It has the onions on top, and then it has mustard. I mean, you're comparing this to the Coney at Great American in Cincinnati, which is cheese and chili and just one. It's a pork hot dog. It's just a one kind of. It's like, I would put this above that because it's the variety of the dog. It is the different textures, the different kind of flavors you're getting out of it. The mustard, there's a little bit more to it. Maybe even a little bit better on your stomach, possibly. I would put it over that. Now, the question is, do we put this chili dog, this beef and sausage half smoke from Ben's Chili Bowl, over the Dodger dog?
Yes.
Really?
I think so. It's because they use both meats in there.
Because it is both meats.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben's Chili Bowl is like, has been in DC for years. I mean, they're iconic. They've been there forever, right? Like, it is an icon of the city. Part of Nationals Park for quite a while now too. So I am okay with that. This is a rough fall for the Dodger dog, but also I had said this already that the Dodger dog, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of it. Okay, so
it's just a classic thing. That's it. So it's all yeah.
Against the Pittsburgher.
I
think it's where it ends. I think the Pittsburgher.
I think that's it. Yeah, above the Dodger dog, below Pittsburgher.
Okay, I love that. Okay, I think we got a ranking.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Let's start with the bottom.
In 15th place, we have the Jumbo Hot Dog at Busch Stadium, of course. Ooh. In 14th, we have the Churro Dog at Chase Field, which Alex absolutely hates, even though she never had it.
Okay.
In 13th place, we have the Helton Burger at Coors Field. Sorry, Helton Burger. Todd Helton, you are an all-timer, but your burger, maybe not quite. Yeah. Who knows? 12th place.
Burgers is questionable.
12th place, LoanDepot Park, Miami, the Cubano Gigante, the 3-foot Cuban. In 11th place, Truist Park's Fox Brothers Pork Sandwich. In 10th place, at Petco Park, the Tri-Tip Nachos at Seaside Market. In 9th place, the classic Shake Shack Burger at Citi Field. In 8th place, we have the best of the worst platter at American Family Field, a bunch of sausages and some fun little fermented goodies after that. In 7th place, the Skyline Cheese Coney at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. In 6th place and just out of the running, it has to be eliminated forever, the Dodger Dog at Dodger Stadium. Oh, the hate mail we're going to get. And you did that
boy.
For the Dodgers. I know that's why you did it. Staying on the list for the next time. In 5th place, the beef and sausage half smoke from Ben's Chili Bowl at Nationals Park in D.C. In 4th place, the Pittsburgher at Primanti Brothers at PNC Park. Great sandwich. In 3rd place, Chickies and Pete's Crab Fries at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. In 2nd place, the Vienna Beef Chicago Dog in Wrigley Field. And in 1st place, the first ever inductee to the Take Me Out Wall of Fame, the best ballpark food in the National League, Gilroy's Garlic Fries at Oracle Park in San Francisco, California.
And if I had a handful of glitter, this is where I'd throw it. Congratulations, Gilroy's garlic fries.
She's throwing Parmesan and parsley everywhere.
Oh, I don't want to clean that up.
Yeah, that's right.
God, that
Congratulations
to
the garlic fries. Very excited. It's the best. It's the best.
It's great.
It's the
you
icon.
Deserve it. You've earned
There's
it.
nothing like it. Yeah, it definitely makes sense as our first ever inductee. So congratulations to Giants fans. Hopefully it's the only thing you ever win ever again. I'm kidding. We'll be right back in just a moment to finish off this episode of Take Me Out.
Hey guys, you can follow us. Take Me Out. You can follow Take Me Out Podcast on Facebook. We're at facebook.com/TakeMeOutPod. We're also on Instagram at Take Me Out Pod. You can also check us out on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. YouTube.com/TakeMeOutPod. Patreon is still coming soon. Like a dead horse, it's going to happen. I promise. It's still happening. We just got things happening in our lives. It is happening soon, we promise. But you can also find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all of these things that we're listing out. If you could do us a massive favor, give us a like, a comment, a subscribe, a share, a follow, a what have you, we would appreciate. Just tell your friends, tell your neighbors. I've been telling some people that I went to the games with, hey, you should tell your friends about my podcast. When I went to the game by myself on Saturday that the Astros got our butts kicked, I was telling people around me about the podcast. Don't know if any of them are listening right now. If they are, hello. But we would love to, just give us a follow, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff.
I got nothing else to add. Yeah,
that was a lot. I'm sorry.
It's all fine. That went longer than the first inning at the Astros game last Saturday. Okay. That's it. Yes, follow us, like us, subscribe us. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Back here on Take Me Out, final segment of this episode. The Red Sox. We're talking about them again, but something's happening at Fenway Park. There is a proposal for a new building to be installed across the street from the Green Monster. It would be 129 feet tall. It would span the entire block there, which is Lansdowne, I believe. And it would potentially block the Citgo sign.
I hate it.
Now,
I hate that.
This would break my heart.
Yeah.
I grew up a Phillies fan at Veterans Stadium, which was my park. Terrible stadium, but my park. My dad had a Fenway Park t-shirt. He had one. He wore one once in a while, and it was a t-shirt that had Fenway Park on it, circa 1986, right? So it's like the old Fenway Park with no advertisements really, outside of like this giant gas station sign above the Green Monster, the Citgo sign. I used to put that shirt on the floor of our living room, and I would draw Fenway Park off of that shirt,
how cool!
Draw. And that's how I fell in love with ballparks. Essentially, was like drawing Fenway Park, and then like looking at other parks and finding more and all that stuff. But Fenway Park was the inspiration for me. Okay, and the Citgo sign was like the thing. It was like, this is the coolest thing. This gas station sign, peering out of the left field wall, like from the distance, is the coolest thing. Fast forward 12, 13 years, what have you. Actually, fast forward 15, 16 years, because I went to Fenway Park in 1999, and I fell in love all over again, and had the time of my life just being there for the first time. But in 2002, I went to Boston because I went to college there. I went to Boston University, and Boston University is like a block and a half from Fenway Park. It's just a quick walk, and the campus is right there. And crazy enough, when I went to get my textbooks freshman year, you had to go to the bookstore, the university bookstore on campus, and go to the third floor or fourth floor, whatever. I think it was the fourth floor. And all the textbooks were on that floor, and you'd have to find yours and buy them and at the cashier and all this. This is before Amazon and all that stuff. And that was a big, giant university bookstore that was also Barnes & Noble at Commonwealth Avenue and, somewhere in that triangle there where Kenmore Square is. So that building, there's 4 or 5 floors, and then there's the roof. And on the roof of the Boston University bookstore is the Citgo sign.
Wow.
That was where I went to school. That's where I spent 4 years of my life. That is where, I lived right across the street from there for 2 years. The Citgo sign is one of the most important things to me, ever.
And you're not even a Red Sox fan.
And I'm not no,
what?
I mean, like I've been in the past, like, like rooting for them because I wanted them to like do well because I was there, but like, it's what made me fall in love with ballparks. And so I don't know what this proposal is all about necessarily. It's still in the early stages, but don't cover up the Sitco sign.
Just don't do it. It's awful. Like I'm looking at this rendering of the link that you put in our thing, and it just looks like just any other ballpark with this building here. That's awful. Like when I went to Fenway, it was in 2017. I got I always get a hat when I go to new ballparks. So I got a Red Sox hat, but I also bought a T-shirt, which I don't think I've done it at any of the parks because it was I don't know where this shirt is right now. I'm very sad. I think it's gone, but it was a green T-shirt about the same color as the Green Monster, not as vibrant, but and it had all it had on there, and I got it at the team store across from what used to be Yankee Way. And it just had the color of the green shirt, and it had the Sitco sign. That's all it was.
Yeah,
and everyone knew that was a Boston Red Sox shirt because that Sitco sign is nothing to do with the team, but it's so iconic. Where the team store sells a shirt with a Sitco sign and nothing else saying that this is a Red Sox shirt, and everyone knows what that means.
And I know the store that you're talking about. It's right, across the street from the ballpark. Jersey Street is now the street that's
Jersey
not,
Street, cool.
Now it was Yawkey. And the great thing about that store is like right next to it, you can actually take like a tunnel. There's like a bar next to that store where you can take a tunnel like that takes you to the ballpark or something like that.
That's
something like that.
Cool.
It's cool.
Okay. Just don't build this building. That's ridiculous. Like I'm reading this article too. Like the spokesman project acknowledged that the new building could block views of the iconic Sitco sign for some in Fenway. And they say views from certain angles will change with the addition of this building. That's them saying.
Yeah, I mean,
we're gonna make a lot of people upset with this, and
if you're sitting down low, you're not gonna probably see it anymore. But if you're up high, you'll be able to still see it.
But I still don't like it. No.
There are some things that should be off limits, and that should be off limits, and not just because like it's important to me, but because the great thing about baseball is that it can connect us to the past in a way like you could be at Dodger Stadium and like, wow, Sandy Koufax pitched on that mound 70 years ago. You could be at Fenway Park and think, wow, Ted Williams was playing left field, at this park 90 years ago, 80 years ago, or 90 years ago, because that's also 90 years ago. But there's things that can connect you to the past. And the Sitco sign is a connection to the 70s and 80s, and it's a connection to those teams, the 75 Red Sox and Carlton Fisk, and it's a connection to the 86 Red Sox and the almost was team there. And like, there's just a lot that is important about that. I'll just ask you, Alex, is there a ballpark thing like the Sitco sign in Boston that you think is off limits, that like you do not want taken away or covered up or anything like that?
I would, even though I'm not a fan of their team, they do have my favorite ballpark that I've been to. I would pitch a fit if some developer in Pittsburgh did something to block the bridges.
Oh God, I don't think they could. Oh man, that would be like put up.
That'd be a massive building, but you know what? Don't put it past how stupid and awful and greedy people can be. Yeah, I think that is the best view of the parks that I've been to.
Yeah, it's an amazing view.
Yeah, and the gorgeous golden tones of those bridges. That would be incredibly sad if they somehow built over them or just said, we're going to put some condos here. No.
And it's in its own way connection to the past because it's the Clemente Bridge.
Yeah.
That connects you to Pirates Past in a small way.
Right.
And also the Warhol Bridge. There's connections to Pittsburgh and, the history of Pittsburgh and all that.
Right.
So, yeah, I totally.
Busch Stadium, too, with that incredible view of the Arc.
Of the Arch, yeah. Like, there's a number. Like, I just don't block the Sitco sign. Just don't do it. Don't do it.
It's such a sad topic of conversation. Like, I mean, you also don't want to piss off Red Sox fans too. That's not a good thing.
To me, the reason the Sitco sign exists anymore is because it is a beacon, like over Fenway Park.
Yeah,
like, that's what it is. Nobody on Commonwealth Avenue at the bars in Brighton is like, oh, there's the Sitco sign. I mean, I was, but like most people aren't. It's really there for people at Fenway to enjoy that part of the experience. So don't get rid of it.
Just don't do it. Just find another place to put this office building. You don't need it. People work from home a lot nowadays.
And Lansdowne, man, Axis and Avalon and the House of Blues and all those like mangy, weird clubs and all that on Lansdowne. They're part of the. I mean, I know that everything has changed in the last several years there, and it's a different place than it was. I did go to a concert there a couple of years. Last time I was in Boston, I actually saw Guster. I forget. Was it the House of Blues? I mean, the House of Blues is still there. I think it was House of Blues. I went there to see Guster, and it was my first concert since the pandemic, and it was like incredible. It was just an awesome. Guster in Boston is like incredible. It was a lot of fun, and it was right across the street from Fenway Park. But like,
do you ever get to see Dropkick Murphys there?
No, and I'm okay with that. Like they're I'm not like they don't need to see Dropkick. It's fine. I've heard enough Bessie from MVP 05 that I don't need to hear Dropkick Murphys a million times. It's okay. But yeah, there's something charming about all that, and I know that things change and all that and whatever, but try to maintain something about that, please.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it for Take Me Out. I appreciate it. We will be here next week or next time. I don't know. We'll be here soon.
Yeah. We'll pop up on your feed. You'll know it when you subscribe, and you can see the notifications. Oh, there's a new podcast waiting for me.
That's right.
Friends to Take Me Out.
But we'll be here next time out. And until then, thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe. Please follow us. Please tell your friends. I'm Tim.
And I'm Alex, and it's baseball season.
See you later.